feel like out of all the Love Islands, this one is so freaking messy. I always thought Australia was so boring. What season is this? Season 6? 5 or 6? Messy. When I talk about attitude problems, they got attitude problems. Alright, so the reason why I'm jumping on camera, y'all, is because I want to show you guys how I put my clusters on. I don't do extensions no more. The new hype now is lash clusters, and if you watched my last vlog, I didn't link. I did tell you the name, so if you're smart, you did your research and you found it, but I didn't put the link to these because these are just, I really like these. One is fluffier than the other.
I took to yourself after I learned a lot from that, and I learned how to express my emotions a lot more and actually put them into words. I feel like I've grown a lot in this experience.
This is the lash glue, and then it comes with tweezers as well. So bottom side first. Love Island Australia. I feel like nobody this time around is talking about Love Island. There's a USA, which I'm gonna watch that one next, and then they also have the Australia one. But I never watched the Australia one because I always thought the Australia one was so freaking boring. I feel like that's so close, but it's okay, right? Nobody is talking about it this year. Oh, child. Australia is so messy. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit and just kind of dry it. I just use a fan. Because I'm trying to make sure you guys can see me and also like make sure I'm in frame. Well, some like to let it get tacky, but I personally like it wet still. I feel like it just kind of works out best for me.
We're amazing, we're soaring, and I just wanted to keep going, and yeah, this villa definitely helps with that. This villa's amazing.
You guys see that? It's so easy. I hope I couldn't see, but hopefully you guys see like how to
just with coffee.
And they're just so pretty. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm watching Love Island right now, so I don't want to mute it and then like be on here talking to y'all. So I hope it's not too loud. Extension. Are they having sex? I ain't got my glasses on. Who that? Hold on, it's a sex scene.
I'm still confident, but I'm just not taking you home and hooking up with you now.
I know, yeah. They're like roster like 30 girls, 6 girls per week. I know, I could never. I knew everything. I need chiropractic.
So today's Monday, January 27th, 1:04. I normally get ready around this time, depending on if I want to put on makeup or not. So I thought that I would just jump on here really quick and just also too, I want to play with the settings right here on my desk and try to figure out what works, what doesn't work as far as sit down videos. So we just testing this out. Really quick, I'm just gonna do my makeup. This is gonna be my everyday makeup. It literally takes me less than 30 minutes to do. It just depends on how it's gonna be with me having a camera in my face. It's not gonna be a traditional, it's not going to be a traditional makeup sit down where I'm going to show you guys what I'm putting on my face, because I have less than 30 minutes to be ready and I want to be done by 1:30. I do want to talk about something that's been kind of weighing heavy on my heart. Not heavy on my heart, but just something I just want to... I'm in such a good headspace right now and I'm starting to slowly get myself back together. I was going to, you know, sit here and make this like kind of like a talk through. I was just going to show you guys my makeup, but I just want to... I'm not going to show you guys any products because like I said, I'm kind of in a rush. I just wanted to show you guys my everyday makeup, but I just kind of want to talk about something. I don't want to say it's been weighing heavy on my heart, but I feel like I'm in such a good headspace now. What everyone don't know, but obviously the ones closest to me, I don't want to make that excuse as to why. How can I put it? It's like I just, you know, as far as my work, I kind of touch bases on it sometimes in my vlogs, but I'm really in a good headspace now. I was really going through it. I live... Where I live is also where I work, and which I'm so grateful for, because if you are a hospital worker, you know that it's actually very rare to be able to work where you live, right? Normally, like, you have to travel at least no more than 30 minutes. So I'm so grateful. You know, God really be looking out for me. He really do. He answers prayers, and I'm so appreciative of the relationship that I have with him. So he made a way. If you guys hear a little noise, my fan is on, but my heater is on, but he made it, like, he's just so awesome. Like, God is really awesome, and he's really been hearing my pleas and my cries, and it never works out in the sense that it happens right on time. I mean, it happens right when you want it to, but let me tell you, it's gonna happen right on time. And you just gotta, you know, have faith, stay prayed up, and allow God to remove what might block you in the transition of where you're trying to go, or the journey of you trying to go. So it may not happen right away because he's trying to block... my battery's about to die. Hold on, guys. BRB. When it doesn't happen right when you want it to, it's in the works. It's just God, you know, blocking the path so that you can go through that journey peacefully. Okay, so I've been going through it as far as like where I'm working at the moment. It's like in the city that I work in, and so I'm doing this out of convenience, even though the old me, the younger me, when I'm feeling uncomfortable and I feel like this is just not the place that I'm meant to be, like this, I don't think that this is supposed to be where I'm supposed to retire, I will try to find out and figure out a way to move on from that, you know. So I'm trying to mature and make the best decision that is best for me and take my time and really think things through. So I've been going through it with my job, like, so I'm not going to go into details because this video is going to be worldwide and just for safety purposes, but I have really been going through it with my managers. Like this, I've been doing traveling for about 4 years before I decided to transition to being a permanent employee. So this is all new territory for me. I've been being a permanent employee at a hospital for 2 years. So, but out of the 2 years, I've only been to 2 hospitals permanent, worked for 2 hospitals permanent. So I have been really like going through it with these managers, like, and this goes to why I want to start, I don't know, the way I'm feeling now, I just feel like hopefully I can move and talk. Yeah, hopefully I can do this, multitask. But so what was I saying? So a lot of this stems from how I'm ready to start diving into passions more so instead of something that I don't love to do. So this is why I've been so adamant on making sure I stay consistent with my social media, because I really have a passion in creating content. And I also feel like honestly, I feel like I'm good at it. And to not know much, to be learning by my, you know, learning everything as I go, I feel like I'm doing, for the most part, pretty well for myself. This is something that I've been wanting to do and thinking about doing and taking serious for the past year, the year that I've been working at this new place. So I've only been at this hospital, it'll make 2 years in May, and I'm really like, I'm just not happy. Like, I'm really not happy there. I am not happy with how the managers are. I don't feel safe in that department. Like, this is something I've been discussing with my, you know, my family, the ones near and dear to me, but I just have not been happy. So I really just like, you know, Kailey, what really makes you happy? Like, you know, I'm 30, I'll be 34. I'll be 34 in March, which is like literally a month away. So I'm really like at that age right now where you're just trying to figure out if you could do this job for another 30 years, or if you want to really just take your passion, like something you really enjoy doing, and take it seriously and just see where God takes you, you know. So I'm really trying to just start diving into things I really like, enjoy doing, and this is something I really enjoy doing, which is what I'm doing now, like creating content. So I just really want to start taking this seriously, like no joke, and just see where it takes me. Like, no aim goal, just want to really just build on it, you know, not put no heavy pressure on me. Just let things be and let it flow, and just see where God takes me in this aspect of this new journey I want to embark. So and let me tell y'all, you never have it figured out in your 30s. Like, those that are approaching their 30s or upcoming to your 30s, you're really gonna start wondering if this is something you really want to do, or if you want to take go into a different route. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, a lot of us new generation 30-year-olds are really just trying to figure out what exactly it is that we like to do. Like, what do we enjoy doing? Like, what do we want to do for the next 30 years, you know? Like, you don't have it figured out in your 30s. You really honestly don't. You think you do, you think you have it figured out, but you don't, you know. And you start thinking, what else do I want to do? So anyways, with me struggling to adapt to the managers at this site, like, I'm just thinking to myself, who the hell hired y'all? If I'm being completely honest, like, who hired y'all? Because they need to be fired now, you know. And it's not just one manager, it's multiple managers that I'm having issues with in that department. I just don't like their style of managing, and that's okay. You know, some things don't work for everybody. So yeah, I'm all that to say, I'm such a much better headspace because I decided to stay in the hospital that I'm at and just transfer to a different department. Now, this department, I am demoting myself. If I'm being completely honest, I come from I'm leaving a job where it's more money. Now, my money is not going to change. It's going to stay the same, but there's not going to be any more growth from here, you know. So I decided to go ahead and apply to a different department. It's kind of similar to what I'm doing, but not really. Like, the workflow is going to be much more smooth and simple, and you know what I mean, like, which I knew what I was going to get myself into. Of course, naturally, your family, they're so used to you working hard, working a lot, and they're not happy with that decision. But I didn't make this decision based off other people, making other people happy and making sure it's convenient for them. I did this because I wanted to do this. Like, I want to have time. So of course, too, I'm coming from full-time to part-time. So of course, like, they're like, what are you doing? Like, a lot of my family, what the heck? Like, pretty much, what are you doing? Like, why would you do this? And at the end of the day, I didn't think about anybody else. I thought about me and what Kailey wants, and my mental health will come first before money. It'll come first before anything. Like, if you're not mentally up there, like, if you're not okay up there, it's gonna show, it's gonna translate in your day-to-day life. And I just found myself just isolating myself more because I'm not happy. I'm going through it. I'm being harassed, you know, constantly, like, and that takes a toll on you. So I was like, Kailey, you know what, I'm proud of myself. And nobody else was, but I was proud of myself because I was like, you know what, like, we're not gonna just leave this hospital, like, because it's convenient, it's right down the street from where I live. Like, we're just gonna go to a different department. And I knew doing this that it was gonna hurt the management more than it was gonna hurt me, because 2025, you cannot find skilled workers. Like, you guys know when you know, everybody's saying like it's so hard to find a job, like if you're in a toxic environment, just like stay, you know, because you really cannot find good, like you can't find good workers, and then companies are not really hiring like that. Like everything is like budget. So I was like, you know what, you know, really thinking this through, I was like, you know what, reading the new job that I applied to, and you know, okay, it's gonna be less work, you know, which is honestly like my headspace right now. I'm like, I want to do less work and really focus on what I have passions in. So this job, I'm coming from being full-time employee to being a part-time employee with this new position, and I'm totally okay with that. Like I really want to start diving into, like I said, things that I really have a passion in, like, you know. So I'm gonna have more time on my hands now to be able to to be able to take my social media serious, you know. So not everybody agrees with what I chose to do, but I'm not here to make anybody else happy, even if that means I have to hear shit from everybody on my life. So yeah, it's crazy because I'm in such a better headspace now. Like this is my last week being in the department that I'm in now, and I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be more happy. Like I'll be honest, like I'm like, it was like weight got lifted off my shoulders. Like I'm going from pretty much being harassed, y'all, like harassed on a almost day-to-day basis because I didn't agree with their style of managing, you know. And it's okay, like I said, it's okay. What works for somebody else may not work for you. You cannot find skilled workers anymore. Like it's so hard to find skilled workers. Like, you know, they're obviously fresh out of school and still learning. So I knew my lick back would have been leaving, and I was happy. Like I was ready to go, you know. So I'm still in the same hospital. I'm just gonna be in a different department, less work, and my pay still stays the same. So it just will never, I'll never have an increase. But it's gonna be toxic no matter what. So I'm not stupid and naive to, you know, what could still happen. But I feel like nowhere where I go is gonna be as bad as where I'm at now, like straight up. And crazy because my whole like energy aura has just completely changed in like such a good way. And you know, one of the things that the managers was asking me, why would you want to go backwards? You know, naturally I had a phone interview. You know, why would you want to go backwards? And I'm just like, I'm not, you know, I was like, I'm gonna keep it professional, but I just don't feel safe in that department. And I haven't felt safe since the moment I started working there. So it's personal. Also too, I'm the only African American working in that department, so that alone was a red flag. I should have known then that this was not the place I'm supposed to retire to. Now my boyfriend lives in LA, so I know that this is going to be just temporary. At some point within time, when in your relationship, as it grows, you're going to want to start, you know, moving in together, and you know, so I know this is just going to be temporary. It's just, I'm just so happy now, just in such a better headspace all in all. And you know, I can now walk in there like I'm leaving, like, I'm getting my leg back, okay. But yeah, so feeling much better, okay. I'm so happy to get out that department. Like it was bad, y'all, to the point where I was ready to take this all the way to HR. So yeah, I'm glad. It's like, you know, I like to say God be looking out for me, and like it always happens right on time. Everything always happens like right on time. And I really needed this. I just wanted to share that with you. Like I'm just like feeling much better. I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling safe now, which is always a good thing. You never want to feel like, oh my gosh, like, you know, constantly feeling like just, you know, somebody is just out to get you. When especially like you dedicate 5 days to a job, like the last thing you want to do is not feel safe. Like that's the last thing you want to feel. Like you want to feel like I'm gonna, like, you know, you're here you see your job, your 9-to-5 job, more than you see your family. You're there every single day. So my mindset when it comes to stuff like this, because you know, like I said, the old me, the younger me, I would have just dipped and found somewhere else to go. Like, my resume is long, and that's just on period. You know, I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I bring to the table. And yeah, and it's hard to find good workers. So had y'all just left me alone and not harassed me, you know, I would have probably stayed. I would have thugged it out. I would have stayed. I definitely would have stayed. But you know, like, you got to do what you got to do, and my mental health comes before anything. So yeah, so happy about that. Now I can just dedicate time to my YouTube and, you know, all my social media platforms. So God answered prayers, okay? It may not happen now, but have faith that it will happen, you know? Right on time. So if anybody needs to hear that, I hope that helps. Honestly, y'all, I would have been done with my makeup already. It is currently 1:23, so we're still in good timing, but I would have been done already had I not turned the camera on. But I just feel like I needed to get this off my chest. Like girl, if you're going through it as well like me when it comes to your job, like, just hang in there. And if you cannot thug it out anymore, if you cannot do it anymore, do what you need to do. This dark cloud that was weighing over me was affecting my day-to-day life and the people around me. And if I'm going through something, I like to go through something alone. And this is for if any family members are watching me, because you know, I've been like literally keeping, this is how I knew that I was in a very toxic, almost like if I was in a toxic relationship. Like, I just was really just going through it mentally and alone. And I always have a brave face on, you know, like, everything's okay. You just never know what someone's going through, even through that smile. So we're like 20 minutes in, so let me just wrap this up. But you know, I just want to say, like, you just never know what somebody's going through. And although I always had a smile on my face, like, I mentally was really going through it, and it was affecting those around me. And when it comes to me and I'm going through something, instead of sharing it with someone and, you know, getting off my chest, which I was sharing things with my nearest and dearest closest family, the way that I work, I tend to just go into a little bubble when I'm going through something. And I've been going through this for a year, and I isolate myself, and I try to figure out ways to fix it. You know, what can I do to fix this that I'm going through, you know, like, how can I fix this? So I just stayed patient. So it all happened at a perfect time. I was just patiently waiting to make that move. I know I need to start getting ready. Any family members that are watching right now, it's not personal. I just been going through it. I'm a Pisces, so naturally, like, in order for me to recharge and, you know, keep my energy, I just isolate myself. Like, it's a really bad thing. It's something I do need to work on myself. Not me getting emotional, girl, I'm on my period, and day one's about to approach. I'll be for sure on it. It's kind of here today, but it'll for sure come down tomorrow. So, but I don't want to cry. But yeah, so all right, just wanted to show you guys sorry, I'm looking at the viewfinder, just trying to show you guys the final look. Cute, right? I like the way my hair came out. It's giving very much Disney on a budget. Love it. I just hate when, like, people be doing, like, get ready with me's, and then they don't show the final look. So I just want to show you guys how it came out. Two things for certain, the hair is gonna always be done. Okay.